Hey guys, so how is everyone? Hope you're well. I figured I'd shoot a quick little update here on Simple Man's 2150. If you're not familiar, these are basically the same saw as a 350. Make a long story short, he'd sent this saw up. It was complete minus a clutch and drum. I was able to pick up a used OEM piece for about the same money as a China knockoff would have been. There's nothing wrong with that. We use a lot of China clutches, but I opted to go the other route. He'd chose a highway big bore, or it's more or less a 353 cylinder, 45 millimeter, with a pop-up. I know not everybody's a fan of a pop-up. It's usually only a certain crowd, but I ain't really getting into that. It's like beating a dead horse, but anyway, with that said, they work. They don't hurt anything. I just don't understand it. Let's see. We put new bearings and seals in it. I've got the old ones laying here. They kind of seen better days. Don't sound very good when you spin them. Seals hard as rocks. I've got that done. I've got our partition. I've got it decked down to where I've got the squish where I want it. Let's see. This saw did run. It just didn't run well. Had like 90 psi. If my phone will pick it up and kind of show you the culprit. I don't know if it'll pick up. We'll try to give you a look. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. All of that above that exhaust port, that's transfer off of the piston. It's so bad, I really honestly don't think it would clean up. And what you're looking at there, that's big deep gouges and scratches in the piston, and you know, it's a dished piston anyway. It made like 90 psi. I was able to get it to run. It just wasn't very well. We've got an OEM Zama kit to go on the carburetor. I think the culprit for killing the saw was probably an air leak due to that shitty little plastic clamp that comes on them. Now, some people may not agree with this, others might, but I feel this is the correct way to do it. It doesn't cost much. It's anywhere from $9 to about $13 is what I paid for this, I think. This is the OEM partition and clamp to go back on it. You're going to pay about $8 or $10 for a 372 clamp. And I've honestly done that on a saw and had it fail, had it rip apart at the bottom where the impulse tube goes into the boot. I know others have had good luck with it, but on my 340, you know, it kind of bit me, and I ended up having to buy a new boot and ordering that OEM clamp and partition. So it's kind of what we just went ahead and done here. You know, it's the redesigned part that Husqvarna made for the saw. We'll just put it that way, I guess, is the best way to put it. But highway big bore 45 millimeter 353 top end. Again, showed you the pop up. We've got our squish dialed in, but this is one of the nicest cylinders. Had some of the best port timing for aftermarket I've ever seen. Squish band, maybe you can get a good look in there. I don't know how some of you guys get perfect lighting on this stuff, and I'm pretty experienced with video and photography. You can see that thing has a nice flat squish band. The plating's over it, just really nice piece. The exhaust port, you can probably see my Sharpie line or lack thereof. That's just what little I'm going to move it. Kind of had a late exhaust opening, kind of what I wanted anyway. Give me room to play. Our transfers, you can see my Sharpie marks. That's as far as we're moving them. I may or may not give the final timing numbers out. You know, I'll give them to him, of course, if he wants them, but it's not going to be what you're used to seeing, or I guess it depends on what you're used to seeing. You know, she ain't going to be set at 99 or 100, we'll put it that way. I don't, you know, thing's going to have killer torque. If I get my transfer set right and it has really good intake timing, right where I would want it anyway, I've got to move it like just a little bit to hit the timing number I want. Once I do a cleanup, it'll be there, but Anyway, with that said, you know, I thought I'd just shoot a little quick little update, let you guys know what I'm doing. Once I get the port work knocked out on this, it'll probably be tomorrow. I'll probably shoot another little video and show you the cylinder. And then hopefully, maybe in a few days, I'm hoping by the end of the weekend I get this thing ready to ship back home to him. Had it here probably a couple months. It's sat here under my bench a few weeks, but you know, I know he's not in a hurry on it, but you know, I'd just like to get him a saw. He does a lot to help this channel and a lot of other channels out. And yeah, we're going to try to get this saw knocked out for him so he can get it home and enjoy it some. But as always, you guys take it easy and have a good one.